sa sa sakal Sare Kadatu
करेंगे बहुत ज़्यादा पीस ना मतलब बहुत ज़्यादा है नाम में मतलब 2 पेज दो पेज है
बैठ जाओ जैसे हो गया बैठ जाओ अपना अपना सीट पे
सब बैठो रेडी है ओके नमो तस्स भगवतो अरहतो सम्मा संबुद्धस्स homage to the triple gem, homage to Bada Bhanteji, homage to Kasapa Bhanteji, homage to Pamokha Bhanteji and all the Bhikkhu Sangha here. Dear Venerable monks, dear Sayaleji, Upasakas, Upasikas, and those who are online, Upasakas and Upasikas and others. Very good morning and welcome to the 7th Smaranañjali day programs. Today is the 7th death anniversary of Most Venerable Acharya Buddha Rakita Bada Bhanteji, which we would like to offer our respects, remembering him. That's why Smaranañjali. Today we have already done the Bodhi Puja, Stupa Puja. We also paid homage to Bada Bhante statue and also in Bada Bhante's kuti. Now we are going to start the puja here, the main puja. Today we have quite a number of dedications. First of all, Maha Upasika Monica Thade has offered dana today in all the Mahabodhi centers, in all the 15 Mahabodhi centers, in the name of Bada Bhanteji. May all the punya come to her and her family and all beings. And next is Upasaka Chandrasen has offered dana. Especially it was meant for Dhammaduta Vihara program on 21st. So also Upasaka Muniraju has offered dana specially for the program, for the Sangha Dana. Every year he is offering whenever the program is there in Dhammaduta Vihara. So he has offered for that. But at that time, we were not able to dedicate. We were communicated a little late. And next, today's another important program and offering is by Upasaka Vajrappa and Upasika Meenakshi and family on the occasion of their son Sakya Sahu's MV Nagavriksha's birthday. So this is today they are offering the Sangadana and to everybody, all the people. And Upasaka P. Jayasurya has offered the puja materials, candles, and may his family members be happy. Upasaka Shivarna HB from Tumkur has offered Sangadana. He is offering regularly the Sangadanas. May his family be happy. Dr. Ashish Chakma has offered Sangadana every year, every month he is offering. May he and his family be happy. Upasika Lalita Kumari, a very old devotee, May she and her family be happy and well. Dr. S. Kishore Babu has offered dana to the monastery. May Doctor and all his family be happy. For today's Sangha Dana, a lot of offerings. Mr. Varun Krishnan offered dana for the hospital dana service. Yesterday we did at Central Rehabilitation Center. May the merits of that dana come to his family and all. Upasaka Srinivas Murthy and Upasika Geeta, they have offered for this Smaranañjali and dedicated to all beings. May all beings be happy. Upasika Rajni Mehla from Gurgaon, may she has offered for the blessings for her own, for her family and others. May all they be happy. Mr. Vinod, a staff in Union Bank of India, has got health issues, and especially on this day he requested for the puja. May he be free from sickness and may he recover. Upasika Sheila Bajaj offered dana, especially in the name of her daughter. May her daughter get all the opportunities to progress and with good health. And Upasaka and Lanka Sundar offer dana specially for this Smaranañjali and on behalf of all his family members. And apart from this, there are so many people who have contributed, who have participated. May they and their families and all being shared. Today, it is a day to do a lot of merits and share merits. So now we will do the puja. Araham Samma Sambuddho Bhagava Buddham Bhagavantam Abhivadin Swabhato Bhagavata Namo Dhammam Namasami Suparvano Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Sangham Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Iti piso Bhagava Arahang Samma Sambuddho Vichacharana Sampanno Sugato Lokavito Anuttaro Purisadhamma Sarati Sattha Deva Manosanam Buddho Bhagavati Namo Tassa Samma
नित्तिको अकालिको येहि पासिको ओपनयिको पश्चात वेदितापो विन्योहिते नमो तस्स नियानिकस्स धम्मस्स ये च धम्मा अतीता च ये च धम्मा अनागता पच्चोपन्ना च ये धम्मा अहं वन्दामि सर्वदा नत्थि मे शरणं अन्यं धम्मो मे शरणं वरम् एतेन सच्चवाच्चेन होतु ते जयमङ्गलम् उत्तमङ्गेन वन्देयं धम्मं च त्रिविधं वरम् धम्मे यो गरितो दोषो धम्मो कमतु मम धम्मं यावन्निर्वाणपर्यन्तं शरणं सुपटिपन्नो भगवतो सावकसङ्घो उजुपटिपन्नो भगवतो सावकसङ्घो न्यायपटिपन्नो भगवतो सावकसङ्घो सामीचिपटिपन्नो भगवतो सावकसङ्घो यदिदं चत्तारि पुरुषयुगानि अष्टपुरुषपुद्गला एषा भगवतो सावकसङ्घो आहुनेय बाहुनेय दक्षिणेय अञ्जलिकरणीय अनुत्तरं पुण्यक्षेत्रं लोकसाति नमो तस्स अट्टहरिपुद्गला महासङ्घस्स ये च सङ्घा अतीता च ये च सङ्घा अनागता पच्चोपन्ना च ये सङ्घा अहं वन्दामि सर्वदा नत्थि मे शरणं अन्यं सङ्घो मे शरणं वरम् एतेन सच्चवाच्चेन होतु ते जयमङ्गलम् उत्तमङ्गेन वन्देयं सङ्घं च त्रिविधोत्तमम् सङ्घेयो कलितो दोषो सङ्घो सङ्घं यावन्निर्वाणपर्यन्तं शरणं गच्छामि एवं बुद्धं शरणं धम्मं सङ्घं च भिक्खवो भयं वाचं विततं वा लोमहंसो न हिंसति घनसारापतितेन दीपेन तमदंसिना तिलोकदीपं सम्बुद्धं भोजयामि तमोनुतं गन्धसंभारयुक्तेन धूपेन सुगन्धिना पूजये पूजनीयान्तं पूजाभाजनमुत्तमम् वर्णगन्धगुणोपेतं एतं कुसुमसन्तति पूजयामि मुनीन्द्रं श्रीपादसरोरुहे पूजयामि बुद्धं कुसुमेन नेन पुण्येन मेतेन च saviya bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa imina dipena dupena puppena pujemi 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 imam dipado papo papo jati nama sakala sambuddhana vajjeka buddhana akasavakana mahasavakana arahantanam bhagati silam aham pite sang anuvatako homi imani buddhani vanne napi suvanna gandhe napi sugandha santane napi susantana kipameva dupanna dukanda dosantanam papunisati evameva sape sankhara anicca sape sankhara dukkha sape dhamma anattati imaya dhamma anudhamma patipatiya buddham imaya dhamma anudhamma patipatiya dhammam imaya dhamma anudhamma patipatiya sangham vandami cetiyam sappam sappatthane supatitthita saririka dhatu mahabodhi buddha rupam yassa mule nisinno sappari vijayam aka patto sappanyutang sattha pandetang bodhipadapam imeyete mahabodhing lokana tena bujita aham pite namasami bodhiraja namatute namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa vipatti patikkhaya sabba sampatti siddhiya sabba dukkham vinasaya sabba bhayam vinasaya sabba rogam vinasaya bhavedika yugadayakam sabba lokam hitathaya paritantang vanamahe samanta cakkavalesu atra gaccantu devata saddhammam munirajassa sunantu sagga mokkara dhamma savana kalo ayam bhadanta dhamma savana kalo ayam bhadanta parita savana kalo ayam bhadanta namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa karaniyamatta kusalena yantang santang padam abhisamecha sakho ujocha sujocha suvachocha samuduanatimani santosakocha subharocha appagechocha sallahukabuddhi santindriyocha nipakocha appagapo kulesu ananugito nacakotan samacare kinchit ena vinyo pari upava deyo Sukhino va khemino hontu sabbe satta bhavantu sukhitata Yeke cipanam bhutati tasavata varava anavasesa Vikavaye mahantava majjhimara sakankatura Ditthavaya aditha echadure vasanti abhidure Bhutava sambhave seva sabbe satam bhavantu sukhitata Naparo paranniko peta nati manneta katta chinankanche Vyarosana patigasanya nanyamanya sadukamichaya Mata yathaniyam kurta ayusaye kakurta manurake Evam pisappa bhutesu manasam bhavai aparimana Etancha sappalokasmin manasam bhavai aparimana Uttang adhochatiriyancha asambhadang abhedam asapattam Tirtham charannisinno va sayano va yavatassa vigatamidho Etam sating aditeya brahmametam vihara idamahu Ditinchanupagamma silava dasanena sampanno Kamesu vinaya geta nahi chatu kapaseya punareti Dukha patacha nidukha bhaya patacha nibhaya Soka patacha nisoka hontu sabbe vipanino Yetena sacha vachena sottite hotu sabbada Yetena sacha vachena sabbadukha vinasatu Yetena sacha vachena sabbabhaya vinasatu Yetena sacha vachena sabbaloga vinasatu Yetena sacha vachena hotu te jaya mangala Yetena sacha vachena patu te ratanataya Sapitiyo vivachanto sapparogo vinasatu Mate bhavatu antarayo sukhi dikayuko bhava Bhavatu sabba mangala rakhantu sabba devata Sabba buddhanubhavena sada sotti bhavantu te Bhavatu sabba mangalam rakhantu sabba devata Sabba dhammanubhavena sada sotti bhavantu te Bhavatu sabba mangalam rakhantu sabba devata Sabba sanghanubhavena sada sotti bhavantu te Nakataya kabhutanam papaggaha nivarana Paritasanubhavena hantu te upadave Devo vassatu kalena sassa sampatti hetucha Ito bhavatu loko cha raja bhavatu nambiko Yam dundritam avamangalancha Yo cha manapo sakunasa sato Supinang Akanta Buddhanubhavena Vinasamento Dhammanubhavena Vinasamento Sanghanubhavena Vinasamento Akasatha ca Bummata Devanaga Mahitika Punyantang Anumoditva Chirang Rakhantu Sasana Chirang Rakhantu Desana Chirang Rakhantu Mampara Etavata Chamini Sampadang Punya Sampadang Sarve Deva Anumodantu Sabbe Bhuta Anumodantu Sabbe Sattha Anumodantu Sabba Sampatti Siddhya Nibbana Sampatti Siddhya Idanno Nyatinam Hotu Sukhita Hontu Nyatayo Idanno Nyatinam Hotu Sukhita Hontu Nyatayo Sabbe Buddha Ena vaca Acayang kamame bante Buri panya tathagata Kayena vaca cittena pamadena maya kata Acayang kamame dhammo sandithiko akaliko Kayena vaca cittena pamadena maya Acayang kamame sangho punyaketang anuddara Imina punyang kamena mame bala samagamo Satang samagamo hotu Yavanipana patiya Idang me punya kama asavakayang vaham hotu sappha dukkha
बुद्धदासा है ना, बुद्धदासा। Good morning again, and welcome to all the lay devotees joining online. Just now we have offered our respect to the Triple Gem, and we have also chanted the Parita, and all the merits we mentally share with our most respected beloved teacher Bada Ji. Now I request all the lay devotees to take 5 precepts, Panchashila. Mic to the mic. Kamame kamitabang sukino bhavantu. Kamame kamitabang sukino bhavantu. Abhivadana selisya nityang vadda pachayana chattaru dhamma vaddanti ayuvannu sukhang valanti. Yamahang badamidang badetha. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Buddhang saranang gacchami. Dhammang saranang gacchami. Sanghang saranang gacchami. Dutiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami. Dutiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami. Dutiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami. Ti sarana-gamanang paripunnang. Panatipata veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Adinnadana veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Kame sumicchāchāra veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Musavada Veramani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami. Suramere Amajjapamadhatthana Veramani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami. Sadhu sadhu Tisaranena sadding panchashilang dhammang sadhukang surakkhitam katva Silena sugating yanti silena bhoga sampada silena nibbutting yanti tasma silang visodhaye. Once again, remembering Badavanteji, especially Badavanteji always used to say for lay people, this value of Panchashila, this is immense. He always used to insist, lay people, they should cultivate this Panchashila, they should practice this Panchashila sincerely, and always encouraged lay people to keep the Panchashila. He said, if you really wish to be happy and all these don't want troubles, want a happy life, free life, then you must cultivate this Panchashila. So now that we have taken the precepts, we will do a short meditation. I request all of you to sit comfortably, all the monks and the lay devotees. Stay with the peaceful awareness of the present moment and keep letting go everything that may arise. Let your mind settle down at this moment, being aware, mindful, clearly knowing, having no liking or disliking, just knowing. Wherever your mind peacefully settles down, whether it is your breath or body awareness or mind awareness, let your mind just be there with this peaceful awareness. With this peaceful mind, mentally pay salutation to Bada Bante Ji on this day, remembering him with gratefulness, out of compassion. Bante Ji gave us the Dhamma, taught us how to live. I am immensely grateful to him. Pay your salutations. And I share all my merits with him. Similarly, you can share your metta and merits with all living beings in this entire universe. freely flowing, unhindered. Bhavatu sabba mangalang rakhantu sabba devata sabba buddhanubhavena sabba dhammanubhavena sabba sanghanubhavena sada sotthe bhavantu te. So that was a brief meditation, and we shared our merits with Padavadiji out of our gratefulness, because it is good to be grateful. Lord Buddha has said, this is the sign of a noble person, one who is grateful. So every time we are grateful, we are increasing our goodness. We are not showing any favor to others. We are increasing our own goodness. So now it is time. We will watch a short film on the life of Badabanteji titled Buddha Dasa. So you're just arranging, just please be online.
Buddha Dasa, humble servant at the lotus feet of Lord Buddha. This is a story of a great man who dedicated his life at the lotus feet of Lord Buddha, who, out of profound compassion, devoted his entire life for the welfare and happiness of mankind. Bahujana Hitaya, Bahujana Sudhaya, Lokanukampaya. Born in Imphal, Manipur, on full moon day of 12th March 2022, Ravindra Kumar Banerjee, who was to be our Bharabante and to continue the legacy of the Enlightenment, was an exceptional child
Buddha Dasa,
and showed
humble servant
extraordinary
at the
signs
lotus
of
feet of
greatness
Lord
from
Buddha.
young age.
This is a
His
story
elder brother,
of a great
who
man
was an
who
excellent
dedicated his
astrologer,
life at the
predicted
lotus feet
that
of
one
Lord
day
the welfare and happiness of mankind. Bahujana Hitaya, Bahujana Sukhaya, Lokanukampaya. Born in Imphal, Manipur, on full moon day of 12th March 1922, Ravindra Kumar Banerjee, who was to be our Bharabante and to continue the legacy of the Enlightenment, was an exceptional child and showed extraordinary signs of greatness from young age. His elder brother, who was an excellent astrologer, predicted that one day Ravindra would become a monk. After his school education, he joined Institute of Engineering and Technology, Kolkata. He was fascinated by scientific and technological progress taking place and was so convinced that science would end the problems of the world and make a better place to live, soon to be found out that it was wrong. Having completed his graduation, he joined Gandhiji's freedom struggle and also participated in the Quit India movement and went to jail with many freedom fighters. Then he joined Indian British Army and was posted in Malaysia at the peak of Second World War, fighting the Japanese. Witnessing the horror of the war and suffering caused by the violence led him to deeply contemplate on meaning of life. He realized it was not his way of life. On returning to India, he resigns from the army service and started volunteering in dharmashalas and wandered in search of deeper meaning of life. On the day of Indian independence, on 15th August 1947, Ravindra renounced the worldly life in search of freedom and truth. He wandered from Kashmir to Kanyakumari for 2 years as a wandering ascetic, Satyapriya. He was a Swami at Ramakrishna Ashram in Kerala. Later, he also meditated under Sri Ramana Maharishi at Tiruvannamalai. However, the different ashrams and gurus whom he met could not quench his thirst for truth. So he decided to study the Bible, the Quran, the Gita, and the Dhammapada. Study of Dhammapada was an eye-opener for him. He found what he was looking for such a long time, the ultimate truth of life as described by the Supreme Buddha in Dhammapada, change his life forever. This was truly the turning point in Bante's life, and he decided to take the 3 refuges, Tisrana, then and there by himself. Buddhang Saranang Gacchami, Dhammang Saranang Gacchami, Sanghang Saranang Gacchami. As he began searching for a Buddhist master, he came across a great monk named Most Venerable Chandamani Mahathera of Myanmar in Kushinara. Then, on Vesak full moon day of 1949, he was ordained as a Buddhist monk and was given the name Buddha Rakhita, which means one who is protected by the Buddha. After his ordination as a monk, he was sent to Sri Lanka for Buddhist studies. He studied Pali and Sutta from Venerable Jnanatiloka Mahathera, Vinaya from Venerable Vidrapola Piyatissa Mahanayaka Thera, and Abhidhamma from Venerable Virukane Chandrimal Mahanayaka Thera. While staying in Sri Lanka, Bhante used to go for alms round, walking long distances every day. His teacher, Venerable Jnanatiloka Mahathera, asked him, "Why do you take such great trouble to walk for alms food when lot of dana also comes to monastery?" Bhante answered that he needs to earn punya, merit, so that he can bring back Buddhism in India. That was the moment Bhante deeply felt the need of reviving the precious Dhamma in the land of its origin, India. Bhante also realized that to achieve his mission, he must gain mastery over Tipitaka, both in theory and in practice. So he went to Burma for further studies. There, he practiced meditation under the renowned meditation master, Most Venerable Mahasi Sayadaw. He studied Patthana under the Most Venerable Mula Patthana Sayadaw and Venerable Narada, and Abhidhamma under the Most Venerable Yamaka Sayadaw. He was fortunate to get the opportunity to learn the Dhamma from such great masters of 20th century. During this time, he was invited to join the Chatta Sanghayana, the sixth Buddhist council held under the patronage of government of Burma. He worked editing the complete Tipitaka, which brought out the entire Pali Tipitaka, Attagatha and Tika. He used to recount, saying, "In the life of a monk, it is a rare opportunity to get such great teachers in the right time and to participate in a Sanghayana." In 1955, he returned back to India, having himself well versed in Dhamma. On the request of Venerable Bhikkhu Jagadish Kashyap, he started teaching Abhidhamma and Pali at Navanalanda Mahavihara Pali Postgraduate Institute with the support of Indian government. However, he was soon convinced that this would not help him much to achieve his mission. So he decided to quit the job and traveled to Buddha Gaya looking for a spiritual sign that would help him to decide the future course of his life. On the full moon day of May, during Vesak celebrations, he met Miss Bianca Manasinghe, niece of Venerable Anagarika Dharmapala, who was in charge of Mahabodhi Society in Sri Lanka. She requested Bhante to develop a center in Bangalore, where a plot of land was donated by the Maharaja of Mysore. Bharabhante accepted the request and arrived in Bangalore on 5th June 1956 with the sapling of the sacred Bodhi tree. With the planting of that Bodhi sapling, Mahabodhi Society was established, and as it started growing, the great saga of Mahabodhi Society too started unfolding. With just 30 rupees in hand and from a thatched kuti of coconut leaves, with sheer determination, Bhante transformed it into a beautiful spiritual sanctuary that we can witness today. He was a man of great vision. From the very beginning, he started giving discourses and teaching meditation as Dhammadana. He realized that without creating human resource, it is impossible to carry out the Dhamma work. So he started monastic training center and meditation centers. People from India and abroad were ordained, and he put forth great effort in teaching and training them. Compassion in action was his mission. His compassion moved him to start hospital dana services by distributing fruits and buns to poor patients. Not only that, he was so determined to help the poor patients that he built hospitals for them, following the advice of the Buddha. One who serves the sick serves me. That is how Mahabodhi Burns and Casualty Center came up in Victoria Hospital, Rural Health Care Center at Sakalwara, and he donated thousands of artificial limbs to differently able people. It was his nature to respond to suffering people instinctively. When thousands of Tibetan refugees came to India, he was one of the earliest to respond with relief and to help raising funds to build settlements in South India. He clearly saw that the three-pronged approaches are necessary for the revival of Buddha Dhamma in India. The first one is spiritual practice. For that, he was running monastic training center, discourses and meditation camps. Second one was educational. Without education, no society can come up in this intellectually driven world. So he took up moral and secular educational programs to empower the minds, which was the basic necessity for poor people to come up in life. The third one is economic development. This can happen through right livelihood, which means to work hard to earn without harming others. To achieve this, he started branches in Mysore, Arunachal Pradesh, Tripura, and Ladakh. This holistic developmental approach is still what is followed in Mahabodhi institutions all over India. He was also a prolific writer and started his own printing press called Tipitaka Press. He published two monthly magazines, Swayam Sahaya and Dhamma. Later, he is still running after 40 years, and in addition to this, hundreds of books were authored by Bhanteji. He was a great Dhamma teacher and a tough one, no doubt. He said, "The kleshas, defilements, have taken deep roots over countless lives, and there is no other way but to tackle them with a strong mind. This will not happen without a highly disciplined life based on morality, meditation, and wisdom as taught by the Buddha." His one clear advice to monks was not to compromise with anything, but stick to the Dhamma and Vinaya scrupulously. For him, every truth seeker was equally important, and he would go out of the way to teach them. He would spend a lot of time in instructing and guiding individually, no matter how troublesome it can be for his health. Patience and persistence he employed was worthy of emulation. He was a true Kalyana Mitra, a noble friend who wished nothing but happiness of his disciples. He showed us by example that there is freedom and richness in simplicity and renunciation. He was a model of renunciation for all monks at the monastery. His clothes were made of over 30 to 40 years old shawls and scarves, which were stitched again and again and formed into warm clothing. He was very respectful to environmental issues, and by nature he loved natural way of life. He loved trees and flowers and was very sensitive to them. He would pay a lot of attention to save a plant if it is drying or dying. When it comes to his daily puja and meditation, he did not compromise with anything. Even during serious sickness, he would reach to puja room and offer vandana and meditate for hours together. Bharabhante, not only did he follow the path of Dhamma himself, but he would exhort everyone to practice and to preserve it for the future generations. He often used to tell that till we attain Nibbana, we have to come back to this samsara again and again. We need pure Buddha's teachings. If we establish good monastic sangha and good lay society, we may land up again here and get all the suitable conditions to attain Nibbana. If we don't strive for creating such a society, we are the losers. The real service to oneself is by making oneself more selfless for others. Bhante's approach to life was simple and clear: to live with understanding, so that every moment of life is used for further spiritual progress. Every action has to conduce to fulfillment of one or the other parami. He considered every good deed as an offering of flower at the lotus feet of Lord Buddha. He worshipped the Buddha through actions. Age has no impact on his work. He had undergone 7 operations, including open heart surgery, but he did not let it hinder his work for sasana. He would often say, "I will continue to work till my last breath." As it's the law of nature, in 2010, Bhante fell severely sick, but we could see Bhante undisturbed and calm. He would say that this life has been very rewarding and he has no complaints about it. He wanted to make this as the last life, or at the most just one more, if the spiritual faculties are not fully matured. That too, he wanted to come as an Arya, but not as a Putujjana. In his coming life, he wished to become a monk at the age of 7 and live a strict, holy life until he gets enlightened. Bharabhanteji's life has been like the lotus flower that grows in muddy pond, but still remains unsoiled and blooms when sun rises. Let us pay homage to our respected and beloved Bharabhanteji. Let us carry forward his teachings and let us emulate his dedication. The best way to do so is to follow the Buddha's path like he did. Bharabhanteji would often say, if there is any honor which can be considered as highest, then it is to be Buddha Dasa, a humble servant at the lotus feet of the Buddha. May the blessings of Parabhanteji be upon us all.
Mahamodi started in a small way, my dear, and it has grown this size. And it will grow far more, believe me. All because the good work and the good mind. There is nothing that a human being cannot do if he or she wants to. You can become a Buddha, the most perfect one, the supremely enlightened teacher of gods and men. So if you really want to do something good, nothing will come other way. But you must be prepared to pay a price for this. And the price is discipline, purity, holiness, nobility of mind, not meanness, not selfishness. Keep that in mind. May the grace of Lord Buddha surround your lives. May you all be enabled to live the path of metta, walk on the path of metta, live the life of metta. Nothing is greater than metta, universal love, the peaceful path of goodwill and amity. May you all be happy.
So that was a short, very short biography of Paramahanteji. His life has been such a wonderful life, and we all are sitting here in this hall remembering him because he came here, took all the trouble, practiced so hard in difficult times with great courage and determination, and also trained so many people. That's why we are able to get the Dhamma, practice the Dhamma. And this is a small, very, very small thing, that film, because the life of Bhanteji has been so big, enormous. It touched the life of so many people in such positive ways, in wholesome ways, and it changed the lives of so many people. So that is the power of Dhamma that he cultivated within himself, and he spread it to others. And we are all fortunate to remember, recollect the great service that he has done for us with gratefulness, with gratitude. And it is an opportunity for all of us to practice what the Bhanteji taught us. Great opportunity if we can follow what he has taught, cultivate within us. It would be for all of us, a benefit of all of us. Now we will have a Dhamma discourse by Dhammaloka Bhanteji on the Dhamma talk. Bada Bhanteji's dedication to Buddha's Sasana through his life and teachings by Dhammaloka Bhanteji. So I request Dhammaloka Bhanteji to deliver the Dhamma discourse on this occasion.
Homage to Triple Gem. I pay my humble salutation to Barabanteji, our Kasabanteji, Pamukabanteji, all venerable monks, Samanera, Anagarikas, Saile, all meritorious Upasak and Upasika here, as well as those who are participating online. It's an honor and privilege to welcome you all on this special occasion, 7th Smaranañjali program of Bharavantaji. This is the day to express our gratitude, respect to our beloved teacher, Acharya Buddharakita Bhanteji. So, I should talk today about Bharavantaji dedication to Buddha's Sasana through his life and teaching. As you have seen in documentary how Bharavantaji walked and how Bharavantaji brought the shape of the Buddhism in India, how he developed. So you have got the idea. Most respected Venerable Acharya Buddharakita Bhanteji, founder president, 1922 2013 was the most respected Buddhist monk in 21st century. Bharavantaji has to dedicate whole life for the Buddha Sasana. Bhante struggled and strive to revive the Buddha's teaching in motherlands of Buddhas, this in India. So blessing of Lord Buddha, Bharavantaji has brought some extent development of the Buddha Sasana in India by the Bharavantaji hard work. We can able to see monks in India, monastery, and be able to listen the pure teaching of the Buddha. So Bhanteji is the one who marked given to all venerable monks as well as all Upasak, Upasika. So we all are lucky enough having this wonderful opportunity so that we are all working on part of liberation. So Bhanteji was taught us and given valuable lesson in whole life. As my case, I was landed in South India in 2000. So that time, Bharavantaji was not in India, Bhanteji was in the USA. That time, Venerable Kasava Bhanteji and Venerable Ananda Bhanteji, both they were taking care this Mahabodhi institution in Bangalore. They are like our parent. They took care and brought up us like a son. After 2000, then Bharavantaji came back to India. It was 2001. So my personal experience, I would like to share. So our colleagues, Venerable Panyarakita Bante, Sangarakita Bante, Kachayana Bante, etc. Before Bante arrived to Bangalore, a lot of planning, discussion took place. My colleague Kachayana, he is the main brother who guide and give suggestion how to manage. After Bante come, then they put me as an in charge to take care of Banteji. So first day, when I was put as a on duty, they have given so much instruction because they have the good experience with Bhadavanteji. And then for me is the new, so that they train me how to deal. They said early morning, 4 o'clock, correct, we have to wake up and go to Bante's room and knock the door. Then Bante wake up. Then all this cloth, blanket, all this thing you have to adjust. Then do namaskara. So on that particular night, whole night almost, I sleep only 1 hour. Then early morning wake up and gone to the Bante's room. And I knock the door. Then Bante is given very sweet word, like a beta. Then I feel so happy. Then Bante I given reply. Then I gone there, then I done salutation Bante. This is the first day for me to meet Bhadavanteji. Since that day, Bhanteji start teaching till the end of the life. Every day, every moment, Bhante given the valuable lesson. So because of the Bhadavanteji only, I am here in front of you as interacting and being with you, so that I have the golden opportunity in the life to serve the Buddha Sasana for well-being of the whole Upasak, Upasika, as well as my brother here. Without Bharavanteji, it is impossible. So Bharavanteji is the main great teacher for me, for all of us. Though Bharavanteji is not personally available, but still Bhante giving so much inspiration, like you have seen now the documentary, how Bharavanteji developed the center, how Bharavanteji was working, and how look like Bharavanteji so dynamic. So this is the way one can help to the people, one can develop in the life for well-being of many. So, Banteji, respected Panjarakita Banteji, narrated only the event. So, as you know, Barabanteji born 1922, 12 March, and Banteji service 1942 to 1947. And livelihoods the 1940s, 45, I think, 1946, and spiritual journey 15th August 1946 to 49 it happened, and ordination 1949. Study Buddhism in Sri Lanka, as Banteji was narrated very nicely. He has detailed told you all aware. 1949 to 1951. And Bante studied in Myanmar, 1951 to 1954. Teaching at Nalanda University, 1954 to 1956. Then the Banteji spread the Dhamma, India as well as abroad. In 1956 in India, and 1980 2000 abroad Bante has spread the Dhamma. So this is the Bante's mission, how Bante walk. So by the blessing of the Buddha, now physically you can see how developed Mahabodhi society across India as well as abroad. Now in India, there are 40 central branches of the Mahabodhi. This all by the blessing of the Barabanteji. Now thousand people, Upasak and Upasika, as well as monks, they are getting benefit from the society. So this is the Barabanteji's compassion and wisdom walk. So Bante is one of the example for all of us, how Bante carried on all activities, how Barabanteji life. So everybody, all monk, we should adopt Barabanteji's life. So I feel personally what Barabanteji, how Barabanteji practice Buddhism. This way of practicing is very good for long term and is very effective also. So this is the way we have to practice the Dhamma only. So then you also one day become like a Barabanteji. So from your life, many people will get benefit. Many people can walk on the path of enlightenment. So I'll quote some Barabante's very important saying. I very often heard Bharabante used to say, Punarampi Maranam, Punarampi Janam, Punarampi Maranam. So this Bharabante always used to say. And before they take last breath, Bharabante always used to say whenever Dhamma talk happened. And I was very deeply contemplating on this saying. Again and again, coming again and again, taking rebirth, and again dying. So Bharavanteji very deeply recollect on this saying. Bhante very deeply feel about the life. Oh, as we born and slowly we are going to die, aging, sickness, and die. So this will be very helpful. So if oftenly recite or the recollect, then we're much aware about the life. Otherwise, we forget ourselves and development will be attack our mind. Then we lose many good things. And if we often recollect, then we're much more aware, alert, and we can avoid many bad things. So that some other saying or so many beautiful sayings the Brahman said, but time is not permit. So the another there is a one sutta in Anguttara Nikaya, Tamotama Sutta. There are in that sutta, Lord Buddha mentioned there are four type of person. The first one is the to darkness from brightness. Second one, to darkness to brightness. The third one, to brightness from darkness. And the last one is the to brightness from brightness. As I very deeply contemplate about the Bharavante's life, Bharavante born in the very humble and respected family, and he much more aware about the life, and of course he gone through many up and down in the life. But even though Bharavanteji so much awareness about the life, what is the meaning of the life, how to make free from the suffering the life. So Bharavanteji somehow came out this samsara and dedicated his life fully 100% in spiritual life. So Bharavanteji's life beautiful, and he developed spiritually, and now he achieved some extent the spiritual life I can feel. And he Bhanteji, I consider Bhanteji to brightness from the brightness. This is the fourth one. So we all Upasak and Upasika, we have to contemplate and this the sutta, about the sutta, Tamotama Sutta. It is available in Anguttara Nikaya. You go through this, it's a beautiful sutta. So that Bharavanteji is the role model and a beautiful example for all of us. So I request all venerable monk, Upasak and Upasika, take example of Bharavanteji so that your life also become better and best, and so that you can make your life free from all defilement and attain enlightenment in this very life. With this short message of Bharavanteji, so I conclude here with blessing. Bhavatu Sabbhamangalam Rakkantu Sabbadevata Sabbabuddhanubhavena Sabbadhammanubhavena Sabbasanghanubhavena Sadha Sutti Bhavantu Te.
Book, no? Thank you, Tamaloka Banteji, for this message on Bada Banteji's life. And we have all seen how Banteji lived and how he taught and how he guided. And this documentary that Buddha Dasa we saw, always he took great pride in calling himself Buddha Dasa. That deep dedication to Lord Buddha that comes from great spirituality, great practice. So it is always, such a life is always an example for others to follow, to cultivate. And we are fortunate that we have seen such a noble person. And now we go to the next section, that is book release. And book, the Tripitaka, Balavanteji wrote, as mentioned, he wrote so many, more than 100 books. And he also initiated this Tripitaka project. So he wanted Pali Tripitaka to be translated in all Indian languages. And now we are working already on Kannada Tripitaka. Many books have been printed, published, and then in the Telugu Tripitaka also. And we are also in future we'll come up with other Indian languages. That was the that Mataji always used to say, Lord Buddha's words were lost in India. That's why there has been so much of suffering. If people get the words of Lord Buddha, people will know how to come out of suffering. So now we have some book release. We have first the Samyutta Nikaya in Kannada Tripitaka, Samyutta Nikaya. So I request Pamukha Banteji to release the Samyutta Nikaya. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Samyutta Nikaya, it is Mahavagga Volume 2, and translated by our Upasaka Malkamula Srinivas Murthy. So this is the first book. Then we go to the second book, which is Wheel of Life, written by our Bada Banteji. And I request Ananda Banteji to release this book. This is about, I think, Paticca Samuppada, how this cycle of life goes on. It's a book Banteji wrote long time back, and we have been reprinting again and again.
This book is today released on this auspicious occasion, and it is dedicated to the parents of Maithil Sadha. Upasika Maithil Sadha is Switzerland in the name of her mother Elizabeth and father Mr. Peter Reiter. So these parents passed away in April and last week. Father passed away in April and mother passed away last week. So we, as mark of gratitude to Sadha and Nyaya, and also may all the merits come to the departed parents.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. We share this Tamadana merits with Upasika Sadha's parents. Now there is the third book, Perfection of Paramis, again written by our Bada Bante, and I request Buddhadatta Bante to release this book.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
So that was another book. Pantaji wrote so many books and in simple ways so that people can understand the Dhamma. They don't have to, struggle so hard to get the basics of Buddhism, the fundamentals of Dhamma. So these books are helpful for everybody to understand the deep points of Dhamma. Now we'll have the Dana by Mr. Upasaka Vajrappa. So I request Ananda Bantiji to conduct the Dana program.
Vajrappa ಅವರು ಆಮೇಲೆ ಮೀನಾಕ್ಷಿ ಅವರು ದಯಮಾಡಿ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಬನ್ನಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಗುನ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು. Today it is the first birthday and also the naming ceremony of this Vajrappa's son. So this Samyutta Nikaya is now the 30th book of our Kannada Pali Tripitaka. In Telugu, 15 books have come, and in Kannada, 30 have come. So this side is Pali, and this side is Kannada translation. ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. We have the pleasure of doing this naming ceremony on the first birthday of their second son, Vajrappa ji and Meenakshi Upasika Ammaji. So you are very, very lucky. ನೀವು ತುಂಬಾ ಭಾಗ್ಯವಂತರು, ಈ ರೀತಿ ಧಮ್ಮದ ಮಾರ್ಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀರಿ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಇಡೀ ಕುಟುಂಬ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಸುಖ ಶಾಂತಿಯಿಂದ ಮುಂದುವರಿತಾ ಹೋಗಲಿ. ಸುಖ ಶಾಂತಿಯಿಂದ ಇನ್ನೂ ಅನೇಕರಿಗೆ ಈ ಧಮ್ಮವನ್ನು ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಧಮ್ಮವನ್ನು ತಲುಪಿಸಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಕೂಡ ನೀವು ಕಾರಣಕರ್ತರಾಗಿ ಬೆಳೀತಾ ಹೋಗಿ. ಭಗವಾನ್ ಬುದ್ಧರ ಆಶೀರ್ವಾದ, ಧಮ್ಮದ ಆಶೀರ್ವಾದ, ಸಂಘದ ಆಶೀರ್ವಾದ, 2600 ವರ್ಷಗಳಿಂದ ನಡೆದುಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದಿರತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಈ ಧಮ್ಮದ ಮಹಾ ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತಿ, ಮಹಾ ನಿರ್ವಾಣ ಜ್ಞಾನದ ಬೋಧಿಯ ಪಥ, ಆ ಒಂದು ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀರಿ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಇದು ಒಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಹೆಮ್ಮೆಯ ವಿಷಯ. ಈ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಹುಟ್ಟಿದಾಗಿನಿಂದಲೂ ಭಗವಾನ್ ಬುದ್ಧರ ತ್ರಿಸರಣವನ್ನು ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಂಡು ಹುಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ತ್ರಿಸರಣ ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಂಡು ಬೆಳೀತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಎಲ್ಲಕ್ಕಿಂತ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಅತಿ ಅಮೂಲ್ಯವಾದ ಕಾಣಿಕೆಯಾಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನು ನೀವು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀರಿ. ಈಗ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಗುವಿಗೆ ನಾಮಕರಣವನ್ನು ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಮೊದಲನೆಯ ಮಗನ ಹೆಸರು ಸಾಕ್ಯವಂಶಿ. ಸಾಕ್ಯವಂಶಿ ಭಗವಾನ್ ಬುದ್ಧರ ವಂಶ. ಅದು ಸಾಕ್ಯವಂಶ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಜ್ಞಾನವನ್ನು ಪಡೀಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾರೆಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಪಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಆ ಸಾಕ್ಯವಂಶದವರು ಸಾವಿರಾರು ಜನ. ಆ ಭಗವಾನ್ ಬುದ್ಧರು ಸಾಕ್ಯ ಮುನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು. ಸಾಕ್ಯ ಮುನಿಯ ಹಿಂಬಾಲಕರು, ಅವರನ್ನು ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡೋರು ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಾಕ್ಯವಂಶಕ್ಕೆ ಸೇರಿದವರು. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತೇನೋ ನಿನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು? ಸಾಕ್ಯವಂಶಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ಈಗ ಇವನಿಗೆ ಈಗ ಈ ಎರಡನೇ ಮಗನ ಹೆಸರು ಸಾಕ್ಯ ಶಾಹು. ಹೇಳಿ, ಸಾಕ್ಯ ಶಾಹು. ಅವನ ಹೆಸರೇನು? A second son of Vajrappa and Meenakshiji. His name is Sakya Shahu. What is his name? May the blessings of Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha be with him. So we all bless him. Please, Bande, will you try? ಸಾಕ್ಯ ಸಾಹು ಬಂತೇಜಿ ಆಶೀರ್ವಾದ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಟೇಕ್ ಬ್ಲೆಸ್ಸಿಂಗ್ಸ್. ಆಲ್ ಬಂತೇಜ್ ಆರ್ ಬ್ಲೆಸ್ಸಿಂಗ್. ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಬರ್ತ್ಡೇ and happy naming ceremony day. Sabbe buddha bala patapache kananchayam balam arahantanam chatejena rakham bandami sabbaso. Sabbe dhamma bala pata Arya Satchananchayam balam Dhamma chakka satejena Rakham bandhami sabbaso. Sarve sangha parapata vimurtananchayam balam Sasana satejena Rakham bandhami sabbaso. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Sukha Kripa Sakya Shahu. ठीक है. ಸಾಕ್ಯ ಶಾಹು, ಸಾಕ್ಯವಂಶಿ, ಮಹಾಸಂಘದಾನ ಇವತ್ತು ನಿಮ್ಮದು. ಮೊದಲು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಬಂತೇಜಿಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಡಿ. ಕೈ ಹಚ್ಬೇಕು, ನೀನು ಕೈ ಹಿಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. ನೀನು ನೀವು ಹೇಳಿ, ಬಂತೇಜಿ ಹೇಳಿದ ಹಾಗೆ.
Sangasa, Ema, Libanasa, Sakachayo,
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. ನೀನು ಕೈ ಹಚ್ಚು. ಸಾಧು ಸಾಧು ಸಾಧು. ಸಖ್ಯಂಶಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಸೇರಿಕೊಡಿ. ಸಾಧು ಸಾಧು ಸಾಧು. So Vajrappa ji, Meenakshi ji, Sakya Mamshi and Sakya Sahu, all of you have offered Mahasangadana. Today's Chivara you have offered. Today lunch you are offering. And also you are offering 1,50,000 for Buddha Gaya project. In Mahabodhi Buddha Gaya branch, we are building stupa. Kasapa Banteji is very busy there. He is building stupa. So may your dana bear great merit. And oh, Sakya Sahu. ಏನೋ ಅಪ್ಪನ್ ಬಿಡೋದೇ ಇಲ್ವಾ ನೀನು? ಎಸ್ ಯಾ, ಇದು ಎಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ಬುದ್ಧಗಯಾಗಿ ಇದೊಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ದಾನ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀರಿ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಹಳ ಸುಂದರವಾದ ಒಂದು ಸ್ತೂಪ ಕಟ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಕಸಪ ಬಂತೇಜಿಯವರು. 2000 ವರ್ಷದ ಹಿಂದಿನ ಡಿಸೈನ್, ಆ ಡಿಸೈನಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಅತಿ ಸೂಕ್ತವಾದ ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಈ ದಾನವನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀರಿ, ಕಾಲ ದಾನವನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀರಿ. ಈ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪುಣ್ಯದ ಫಲದಿಂದ ನೀವು ಸುಖ ಶಾಂತಿಯಿಂದ ಸಮೃದ್ಧಿಯಿಂದ ಇದ್ದು ಈ ಧಮ್ಮ ಪಥದಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಳೀತಾ ಇರಿ ಅಂತ ಈಗ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಶೀರ್ವಾದ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸಬೇತಿಯೋ ವಿವಜಂತು ಸವರೋಗೋ ವಿನಾಶತು ಮಾತೆ ಭವತ್ವಂತರಾಯೋ ಸುಖೇ ದೇಘಾಯುಕೋ ಭವ. ಭವತೋ ಸರ್ವಮಂಗಳಂ ರಕ್ಷಂತು ಸರ್ವದೇವತಾ. ಸರ್ವಬುದ್ಧಾನುಭಾವೇನ ಸದಾ ಸೋಥೇ ಭವಂತು ತೇ. ಭವತೋ ಸರ್ವಮಂಗಳಂ ರಕ್ಷಂತು ಸರ್ವದೇವತಾ. ಸರ್ವಧರ್ಮಾನುಭಾವೇನ ಸದಾ ಸೋಥೇ ಭವಂತು ತೇ. ಭವತೋ ಸರ್ವಮಂಗಳಂ ರಕ್ಷಂತು ಸರ್ವದೇವತಾ. ಸರ್ವಸಂಘಾನುಭಾವೇನ ಸದಾ ಸೋಥೇ ಭವಂತು ತೇ. ಸಾಧು ಸಾಧು ಸಾಧು. ಈ ಮಹಾಪವಿತ್ರ ಬುದ್ಧಗಯೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕಟ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಈ ಮಹಾಸ್ತೂಪದ ಆಶೀರ್ವಾದ ನಿಮಗೆ ನಿಬ್ಬಾನ ಸಿಗುವವರೆಗೂ ಅದರ ಆಶೀರ್ವಾದ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮೇಲೆ ಸದಾ ಇರಲಿ. ಸುಖಿ ಹೊತ್ತು. ಸಾಧು ಸಾಧು. ಇದು ಬೇಕೇನೋ? ಈ ಥರ ಹಾಕೊಳ್ತೀಯ ನೀನು? ಸರಿ, ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. आज उनका बर्थडे भी है, नेमिंग सेरेमनी भी है ना? आज बहुत अच्छा है. हो गया सब कुछ, तो पुण्यानुमोदना करना है ना. तो आओ इधर लेके आओ, यहाँ लाओ ना हम लोग. ये पुण्यानुमोदना बड़ा बनते जो दान दिया सबका है. संग सुगतानंद बनते को दिया. अभी हम लोग सब पुण्यानुमोदना करेंगे ಈಗ ನಾವು ಪುಣ್ಯಾನುಮೋದನವನ್ನು ಮಾಡೋಣ let us do uh, let us do the punyanumodana we will pour the water in the name of Bada Bhanteji. We share all the merits, whatever merits we have been doing all these days, Smaranañjali program. And we also share merits to all the donors who have offered dana today, like Vajrappa, Meenakshi and family, and Monica and family, and Chandrasen and family, and Muniraju and family, and yes, once again, I would like to tell all the names. Upasaka P. Jayasurya and family, Upasaka Shivanna HB from Tumkur and family, Dr. Ashish Chakma and family, Upasika Lalita Kumari and family, Dr. K. Kishore Babuji and family, Mr. Varun Krishnan and family, Upasaka Srinivasa Murthy, Upasika Geetama and family, Upasika Rajni Mehela and family, Mr. Vinod, and may he recover soon, Upasika Sheila Bajaj and her family, especially her daughter, Upasaka and Lanka Sundar and family, and also so many others. And today here our Anandji and Bharti also have come. You have given us medicine, so we are still going very strong with COVID. And our Maha Upasaka Chaitanya ji is here. Our Dhammaduta Center's great benefactor. And also today we remember Chalu Raju and his family, Prakriti. May she get all the punya of their Bhumi Dana, and Kumar and his family, and all others who have given Dana to Buddha Gaya project. Kasapa Banteji also asked to give blessings to all of you and all the Buddha Gaya project donors. May you all share the merits.
अभी थोड़ी देर में ज्योति का लड़का का सर्जरी होगा, उनको भी थोड़ा मेरिट शेयर कीजिए बंटी जी.
We will also share merits with Sumedha, son of our Upasaka CEO of Mysore, Jyoti, and his wife Palmo. Their son will have surgery in few minutes, very soon. He is now 2 months old, or 3 months old baby. So may the surgery go well. May he recover completely, fully. So we share merits with him also. Today we also remember our Timarayappa Gaudaji, who passed away. He was our printer. This, especially this Tripitaka Granthamala project, when it was started till he passed away, he printed all the books, Tripitaka books, magazines, and everything for more than 40 years. May he and his wife, who also passed away, may their families share these merits. So now we will do the Punyanumodana. All of us, we will tell. Please repeat. Kalakatasa Meyacharyasa Aneka Upasakanang Upasikanang Punyathaya Imang Danang Dema Dutiyampi Kalakatasa Me Acharyasa Upasakanang Upasikanang Punyathaya Imang Danang Dema Tatiyampi Kalakatasa Me Acharyasa Upasakanang Upasikanang Punyathaya Imang Danang Dema. All together. Akasatha cha bhummatha devanaga mahiddhika punyantang anumodetva cirang rakhantu sasanam Akasatha cha bhummatha devanaga mahiddhika punyantang anumodetva cirang rakhantu desanam Akasatha cha bhummatha devanaga mahiddhika Punyantang anumodetva cirang rakhantu mang parang Hetavata cha amyehi sambhatang punya sampadang Sabbe deva anumodantu Sabba sampatti siddhya Etavata cha ammehi sambhatang punya sampadang Sabbe bhuta anumodantu Sabba sampatti siddhya Etavata cha amyehi Sambatang punya sampadang Sabbe satta anumodantu Sabba sampatti siddhya Nibbana sampatti siddhya Idang no nyatinang hotu Sukhita hontu nyatayo Yatha varevaha pura paripurenti sagara Evameva ito dinnam petanam upakappatu Yatha varevaha pura paripurenti sagara Evameva ito dinnam petanam upakappatu Yatha varevaha pura paripurenti sagara Evameva ito dinnam etanam upakappatu Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Here we conclude the morning program. At 2 o'clock, we have webinar on Buddha Dasa, the life and contributions of Bada Banteji. Many monks and upasikas are going to share their experiences with Bada Banteji from 2 to 4 o'clock. I request Upasakas and Upasikas, those who can remain here, to continue here. Otherwise, you can watch online. And today the dana is offered by so many people, Sangha Dana, and Vajrapaji has also organized lunch for all the Upasakas and Upasikas. So I request all devotees here, please have lunch after this program. Sadhu,